Orlando, Florida, one of the great vacation destinations in the entire land. Today, Camping World Stadium as a couple of teams square off for a chance to win the Pop-Tart Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So Missouri's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivered.
Oh, he's going to go up top. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Cook. He looks that one in nicely. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding this receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins the football.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
He wants to throw it again. Fires one high and deep. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be day, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking downfield, it's Cook. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's looking for a man on second down. The sure hands, it's Lee. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. First down here for the offense. Snap it to the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Gets it out quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And a really good job focusing on that catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet, trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
That last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Lets it fly. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following.
Open runway ahead. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lee. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. He makes the connection, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grab near the marker, it's Lee. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. There was never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team. You don't. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Holds it in on the left. Off he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly tune up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the...
He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. You might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job. Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Cook. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore.
He tries to take the top off. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams who battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
This time it's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Sends it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. And here they come, almost all the way back. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
2nd and short now after that completion. They'll go to the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs.
Running toward the tape. At the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation, but building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
To throw, it's Holstein. He's going to throw deep right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a pass.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. Definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That's reeled in. It's Reed. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw. You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Panthers are on the move. On the ground, it's Reed. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game this far.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the misconnection, it's second down. They'll run play action. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Comes out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Mizzou trying to cash in on a red zone trip. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and short, the power run here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. Coming after it. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. No, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
They had a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Pass interference, defense.
Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. Still looking, on the move. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
34.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard.